Hi, this is Vilas and you are watching Making of the Filmmakers ESFF event powered by DiOS Film Productions. Emirates Short Film Festival is celebrating its 7th edition this year. Over hundreds of films right from UK, US, all across Europe, India, Pakistan, Iran, Egypt, Turkey. My God, the list is not stopping. Of course, UAE too. DiOS Film Production offers a platform to all the filmmakers to promote their films. Today, in our studio, there is a gentleman I just can't express my gratitude towards. He is a producer from Hollywood. If you are in UAE and if you don't know this gentleman, then trust me, you're not in the media sector. Yeah, he's a founder of Acting in UAE website, is none other than Leo Wong, and with him we have a little bomb. Yeah, please, Leo.
Thank you.
So, Leo, once again, welcome to the studio. Can you introduce this little bomb to us?
Absolutely. This is Anika Boyle.
Yeah.
She is the star of the film that we're talking about, Elementary Brilliance, as you can see from the poster.
Yeah.
And she did a wonderful job.
How did you find little Anika? How did you find? What was your experience?
It was really fun because I got to meet a lot of people, and yeah, it gets really fun.
How long is the film, by the way, approximately?
It's almost 7 minutes.
7 minutes. Yeah. And how long was you shooting for this?
We shot in 1 day.
1 day.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then the editing was amazing.
Yeah. We did it just one 10-hour day.
10 hour
From
day.
beginning to end.
Yeah. Was it difficult for you, Anika? You know, the long shifts, long hours, long working.
Not really, because I like staying up late.
you really do enjoy the filming, innit?
Yeah.
She gets to stay up past her bedtime, and she's done a lot of other films as well, so she's used to that.
Well, this little girl, can you imagine, has got her own manager now at the moment, you know, so 3 cheers for this little girl. Filmmaking is not easy as anybody, normally people think. Any difficulties you came across during this whole 10 hours, or, I mean, obviously at the pre-production and the post-production, any particular difficulties you think of or you would like to share with us?
Well, the difficulties that most people have usually stems from one of 3 things, and that's the 3 requirements that I always have of a director when I'm producing a show. When I have a director who's working for me to actually do the film, I always say you have to have 3 things. You have to have an idea, communicate that idea, and then compromise. And the problem is that overwhelming majority of the time, what's going on is that you have a director who either doesn't have the ideas or doesn't communicate those ideas and expects you to read his mind, or just is unwilling to compromise because we can't exactly have the whole Martian army flying down on Pegasus in this scene. We're going to have to figure out another way to do it. And so as far as making this film goes, we were very limited on scope. We had limited personnel and limited ideas. So based on that, I just put together the ideas and made sure that everyone knew what we were doing. And like I said, from my requirements of anybody else, have idea, communicate the idea, and then compromise. That's what I did for everyone else.
I think this is a lesson learned for the new filmmakers. It's not about your ideas alone. You have to have new ideas, but how you would communicate. And then on the top, how much you are happy to compromise on either on your efforts or your hard work and your thought processes.
Yeah, absolutely. Because the bottom line, at the end of the day, you've got to tell the story.
Yeah.
You've got to tell the story, and you'd like it to be as faithful to what you wanted in the first place from the moment that you wrote it down. That's always what you hope to achieve. But for life is life, and you can't always get that. So at the very least, tell the story faithfully as best you can.
Absolutely.
That's what you have to do.
Couple of words from director's point of view about Anika. She's brilliant, we know that.
That's where the title.
That's where the title is, Elementary Brilliance, but anything more to add?
Oh, she did great. She did great. She understood the character, and then she was able to there's some hard lines in here.
Right.
And yeah, I mean, she probably doesn't even remember some of the hard lines because they were so difficult, which we had to do many times, but she pulled through.
Yeah,
and so that's great.
Yeah. I mean, handling a child on this set is not that particularly easy. I really, there is a bigger, we should give a big round of applause for the parents, who are really, giving a lot of hard work, putting a lot of effort for upbringing of these new, small little actresses or actors, of course. So may I call upon Chloe Boyle, the sister of Anika. Yeah, please. Yeah, good to go. So, Chloe, welcome on studio.
It's so nice to be here.
Guys, I have been filming for last 5-6 years, and I have never seen in Dubai any sequel for a short film. So this is something very unique, and I believe this is the first time ever happening here. I haven't said. I keep hearing the people talking about the sequels, but I trust me, it doesn't happen. So because it's a lots of effort. There are you have to write, you have to develop the story accordingly, and then shoot. And so where are we at the moment on this sequel?
Well, we already shot it. We already did all the development and pre-production, and we've shot it already. Right now, we are in editing phases, and hopefully, we'll be able to see it soon.
So, shall we call? Shall we call this Elementary Brilliance 2, or the name is still in secret? Any particular message for the viewers?
Well, watch the films, and certainly watch this first one. We'll stay tuned for the second one when it comes out, and I hope you enjoy them. I know these girls put in a lot of hard work and effort into it.
Particularly something for Anika, from the point of view of a director.
She's doing good. She's doing really good, and she's just keep on going. She has already the idea in her mind as to what she wants to do in performing wise, and there's nothing wrong with it. She's grounded and realistic, and just keep on going.
By the way, this 8-year-old girl has a personal manager to manage her shows. So you can imagine where this girl is going to go all the way, and trust you me, Hollywood is waiting for her. Was this, because you was in your own words and she was in her own word doing this, is it all because of the aura of Leo, or is it no? That's what she was.
What do you mean?
So meaning,
Like did Leo tell us to do, or did we just normally
How you girls just work together anyway.
Yeah.
Do we usually go over to? I don't.
Leo, these two siblings,
Yes.
and generally the siblings fight. I can tell you, and that's very common. Okay. But they both are now pretend they are at their best behavior at the moment too, and perhaps that was also on the set. Was it because of Leo's aura, or do you really think that both the kids are good behavior, the best behavior in any way?
Well, I would say that it's probably a little bit of both. I mean, I already have my own demeanor because I'm very focused on telling the story and getting the points across so that we have footage, so we have something to cut together and we have a film. But then at the same time, the girls are very professional. They have worked individually on other films, and they've also, actually, I don't know how much they've worked together, but they certainly did so for this one. And so they kept, I didn't hear anything about any kind of disagreements, which also at the same time was a little bit of a detriment because that could have also helped with the antagonism, because she played the protagonist and the antagonist, and they were supposed to be butting heads on the opposite sides. And it would have been nice if there was It was just like a little more depth to it, as opposed to just acting like there is.
So you wanted a real element out of this.
I'll take what I can get,
You
you
can,
know,
yeah.
and if it's not there, then that's fine. We can always fabricate it because that's what we're doing. We're doing make-believe, we're pretending. And
Yeah, and I feel like when we were in the moment, we were like having fun. We were like having so much fun with it. We didn't have like time to do anything else. And like usually we tend to fight when we're like bored and we have nothing else to do, I guess.
Yeah.
So it's like we were having fun and we were doing loads of different things. So we didn't really, yeah.
That's fantastic.
plus,
Big thanks to our sponsors, Vox Cinemas, Grand Stores, Nikon, and DiOS Film Productions. We look forward for a new episode with a new filmmaker with new issues, new problems, new stories. Till then, stay safe, stay calm. Ciao for now. Here we go.
You have power to bring us down.
Ooh.